Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
What's up, knuckleheads?
Hey guys, this is Ken Ramos.
Hello, military community.
What's up, Warriors? I'm Greg.
2020 has been a crazy year.
But along with our friends at Honey and Team Rubicon,
We can help you end it on a high note.
Honey is a free shopping tool that can automatically apply discounts when you shop online.
And Team Rubicon is a veteran-led nonprofit that provides aid to those hit hardest by the pandemic, hurricanes, and other disasters of 2020.
so to support Team Rubicon's amazing disaster relief work,
Honey is donating $1 for every one of you who download and install their free shopping tool.
This mission won't cost you a penny.
In fact, the average Honey user saves more than $125 a year.
and you'll help Team Rubicon help communities in crisis.
What's the catch?
There is no catch.
Honey makes a commission. It comes from the place you shop.
Not from you.
This is a no-brainer.
It's easy.
It's free,
You help donate to a great veteran-led nonprofit.
and you save a bunch of money. Cha-ching.
So this holiday season,
Download and install.
Donate and save.
Join us.
Join us.
Join us.
join us as we team up for Team Rubicon.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
For the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence, this 20 November, in the year of our COVID dumpster fire 2020.
That's me, but you know what?
What?
It's only the 12th of November.
What'd I say?
The 20th.
Did I say the 20th?
You sure did. Only try to make this shit go faster.
12, yeah, I'm trying to.
Ready for Thanksgiving.
I'm sorry, my bad. Excuse me. Did I say 20th or 12th? God, I thought I said 12th.
You said the 20th.
God, man, I'm sorry. Holy.
It's recorded.
It's recorded. Yeah, you ain't lying. God, I feel so bad now. Holy shit. My apologies.
I'm not ready.
Man, just not ready. Okay, well, broadcasting live from the phone. Well, here, hang on. Let me do that again. Hang on. There we go. All right, there we go. Here we go. Broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence on this 12th of November. There we go. Yeah. Man, I'm in a good mood. Man, even though the world's on fire, we don't have any bosses anymore.
Who's in charge?
Who's in charge? Exactly. God, yeah, exactly, man. What the hell's going on? This has been a dumpster fire of a year for the Department of Defense. Oh, lordy. What was it? I don't know. What was it, a couple days ago or something like that? We lost our Secretary of Defense. Mark Esper. Fired. Terminated. D. Treasy in a couple of tweets said he's out, he's gone, he's terminated. After rumblings and rumors of the Secretary's departure. And that's it. There's nothing more we can say. We have an acting Secretary of Defense, I guess, until whenever we decide who's Who the fuck's going to be in charge of that? And there's been a sweeping cabinet-level, defense-wide. I mean, people are calling it the Thursday Sergeant's Time Massacre or some shit. I don't know. I just made that up. It's just one of those things where, holy shit, we're running out of bosses to where we have acting for acting. Spanky, you better get your orders, get your uniform ready in case we're called up. Because
I know, I'm like going to be the next acting. They're going to get down to us soon.
Yeah, exactly. I don't fucking mind. You okay? This is a little bit premature, but normally I have my repertoire here. Hang on for a second. What do you got? We have WTF Nation Radio. You're on the air. Hello.
Hey, hi, Spanky. This is Doc Derek. How you doing? You guys doing this evening?
Good. Did you like?
Good, Doc.
Good, Doc. How you doing? What's up?
I'm still recovering. Hey, brother, I got something on my mind, man, and I wanted to tell you right quick before I forget it.
Okay.
You know, it's guys, part of our brain don't remember shit.
Go on.
How many vets out there are aware that we get a clothing allowance if you have a service-connected disability like my knee? I wear a knee brace, or if you have a service-connected.
I'm not laughing at you, man. But this is like you kind of like just like totally threw in and interrupted. I know we have narcissist unification unite. I saw Heath in there already throwing the narcissist flag out there. Yeah, dude. I don't see anything like that happening in the near future. As a matter of fact, there's some VA people that I'm going to be getting a hold of to talk about stuff like that.
I'll give you a heads up, and then I'll post the link in the chat. What they did do this year, specifically because of COVID, extended it out until December 31st. So if you think you forgot the date to file the travel or the clothing allowance, you just print off the form, take it to prosthetics at your VA, and they sign it and say, yeah, he wears his brace.
Okay.
But there used to be.
Cool. You're talking about medical. You're talking about the medical device exemption. Is that what you're talking about, right? So yeah, we're tracking that, man. We're tracking it. Yeah, we're tracking it.
I'll send the link
just
in the chat.
Just drop it in the inbox, man. We got show stuff to do, man. This is like you need to wrap it up, B. You know what I'm saying?
I love you.
All right.
Thanks for.
All right. Have a good one. Yeah, same, man. Take it easy.
We love you too.
Okay. You guys
love you, Doc.
Yeah, you gotta let me stretch and break the rust here and tear my rotator cuffs even more and I don't know, move my herniated discs around. They just called me off right off the bat, just like cold. That was a straight dry call. When it's just like bam, nothing to load me up with, nothing to get me in the mood, and hey, Ice, you want to talk about this medical device? Whoa, didn't even get into that. So
Doc wants to make sure we know.
I ain't lying.
Keeping us on our toes.
Right, you got to definitely get on our toes. So I was saying before is that we had a sweeping cabinet change, and of course, U.S. Army WTF moments and WTF Nation Radio will keep you posted on all the Department of Defense things happening of excellences, because right now things are kind of fluid at the moment.
But he sure made sure we could wear some fucking yoga pants before he left.
You damn right. That's what I'm saying. He was doing the meme. I call it the meme massacre. It was a SecDef's revenge. It was killing all those stupid ass freaking. First off, it was the PC belts, and then it was the freaking lethality memos that he said, "Hey, you don't have to fucking do all this mandated training," and he was just wiping it all off the map. And then his last his last cratering charge before he took off is he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna make y'all wear yoga pants. Y'all can wear PTs." And then of course, leaving it in disarray and open to interpretation, the Behoovosphere freaked out, went out of alignment, and we discovered a rock that's worth like $10 quadrillion million off in orbit. I got to give a shout out to Space Force.
Oh, and don't forget, like at the beginning of the whole COVID thing, does it really have to come from me? Like, don't get haircuts.
Oh yeah. Then it was the haircut thing. Exactly. Does it really got to come from me? He's like, he's a SecDef, and he's got to say, "Hey, no haircuts." And then of course you have generals just stumbling all each other, going,
Oh my gosh, don't say that.
Don't say that. Oh my God. What are you doing, Lieutenant? Yeah. Man.
I love that guy.
Hey, sir. Hey, SecDef, Mr. Secretary, you are more than welcome to shoot the shit with us on U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. We'd be more than happy. Hit us up at contact at WTFNationRadio.com, Mr. Secretary, and we would be honored to have you here on Sergeant's Time to shoot the breeze with us and ask and we can ask you some good questions, and we can give some background on some of the memorandums and what was your intent. So that way, you could give receipts. You could say straight up, this is what I meant when I said you could wear athletic clothing in there. Because, people are just like getting stupid and picking pepper out of fly shit when it comes to this stuff. They really are going. They're like, well, he really didn't say this and he really didn't say that. So behoove. And then bam, bam, bam. You know what I mean? It just, CSM's been pissing me off lately, dude. They've been like, and not all not all, I said pissed me off CSMs. I almost said PSMs. Well, not like they're like fucking pumpkin spice sergeant majors or some shit. Then a PSM. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, you pick me up PSM? No, fuck that. I don't want a PSM. That tastes like ass. Anyways, tastes like fucking old rotten ponchos. Anyways, I digress. Not all CSMs are like that. Not all are all out of control. I just think that it's kind of funny. That immediately the behoovosphere and the caveat nation we need to give that a name. We need to call the CSM like the caveat nation, to say that they were immediately, well, of course he didn't say anything else about that, and it's real specific, and the commanders is in this and all that. Hey, what's going on, Chris? So it's one of those things to where Mr. Secretary, if you want to join us, we would be honored if you were to hang out as a guest here in WTF Nation Radio. As a matter of fact, you can even, you want to apply? you want to do a Mark Esper podcast? Let us know. We'll do like a secretary's time or something, SecDef time or something.
We'll allow it.
As a matter of fact, we'll give you a podcast slot during the daytime, and you can just talk and give us your lethality notes and all that shit. So, of course, pure hyperbole and joking, sir. We'd be more than happy, Mr. Secretary, to have you on here. So the word is out. So that's kind of like what happened here. Real quick, I want to update an incident that happened today in the Sinai. And a UH-60 Blackhawk had crashed and killed several members. 5 U.S. service members were killed on board, and one was critically injured and evac'd. Pay attention to the DoD. It initially, during the initial one, it was 6 individuals that were KIA, but now it's been changed and updated as of an hour ago to 5 individuals KIA and 1 critically injured, to include some of our international partners that were on board the aircraft when it went down. This is one of those things to where stay on top of that. I just want to real quick, I want to send my hearts and thoughts to to all my freaking brothers and sisters serving out there, out in the what the hell are we doing in the Sinai anyways? What's the multinational force that's there to ensure that there's peace between Egypt and Israel? Didn't we just like sign some treaties or some shit?
You got me. We don't have a boss that's telling me what to do anymore.
Yeah,
so I have no idea what's going on.
We don't have any more of excellence to know what's going on. But yeah, we do have a treaty that is ensuring that there's peace between Egypt and Israel, and part of that multinational force mission is the multinational force observer mission, and that they were part of that. So again, our hearts and sending out good vibes to the family members. It's really, God, it sucks to think that we have individuals out there, serving in that area, because when I heard about it today, I was like, God, Egypt, we still got people out doing shit in Egypt. Shit. That used to be an old exercise tie-in to that. And so another thing too that I want to cover, just First Special Forces Command recently lost Sergeant First Class Nikisha Boyd of a motorcycle accident. She was a psychological operations NCO, and so the loss of Sergeant First Class Boyd will be deeply felt throughout this headquarters, across the command, and within the psychological operations regiment. Quote, Major General John Brennan, Commander for Special Forces Command. So rest in peace, Nikisha. Know her. We know of her, and I've known her. She's a damn good NCO, an awesome person too. So again, to the families. I had to get that off my chest, man. Because
good.
Yeah, because it sucks. It sucks to break that news, but we got to keep you guys appraised and informed of all the information that's happening. Hey, so real quick, I just want to give you guys a note that there's been a post on Adolin a 9-month-old, a 5-month-old of a dual veteran Army couple. She was born prematurely, and as a result, she had to deal with some health-related issues. And again, it's another helmet. It is another helmet drive. It's the device that is custom made to model after the infant's skull, and that way, that they can preform. It also aligns the skull to its normal shape. And the reasons, again, of course, most insurance companies, and to include the ones that the parents have denied the claim, and for the helmets, and all, unless invasive surgery is taken precedence, which according to Adelin's doctors, it's no way needed. So these devices cost between $3,000 to $4,500, and is obviously beyond the means of the family. Again, it's a pinned post on the main page. Go ahead and check it out. Ask for the donation link in the bottom, and just say a link please, and then you will be given a link. We can't have active links in the chats on the comments, so that's why we don't limit, or we tell people, hey, just send us stuff in the inbox or something like that, or we'll send you something inbox, because an active chat on Facebook will actually will limit the post. So again, I just wanted to get that knocked out real quick, because what we're going to get into right now is going to get pretty heated, and I want to make sure I get all that off my chest, so that way there's not a hey, you forgot. Fort Hood. I'm just going to say that. Fort Hood.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Okay. Fort Hood recently had a dedication to one of the gates outside the gate, outside the, or what gate is it? Do you know what gate it is?
Okay, so there's 2 gates that are on the corner of Rancier and South Fort Hood Street, or 195. One is the East Gate, which has been there, forever and ever and ever. And the other one, it faces north, but it's, just on the same way, but it goes in north. One goes in, goes in west, and this one goes in north. They're both right next to each other.
Right.
So it's not 73rd Street.
I'm about to say it's not that.
That's down in the Cav area.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's
73rd Street. So
go ahead.
Yeah, that's the gate. I believe it is. It's the over there. The one they said it's the one going into the 3CR area.
Okay.
So that has to be the one.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, recently there's been a dedication to rename one of the gates in honor of Vanessa Guillen. Right. Well, we talked about this before, that the family, and of course I don't want to take away what the intent is from 3 Corps at all. I do not want to take it, because it's almost like at this point it's really, I mean, Fort Hood's just been bad right now. We're talking about housing, we're talking about incidents of behavioral health. The Sergeant First Class Corey Reading story, Maureen Elliott coming on here, with the housing stuff. And of course Vanessa Guillen, and then the Gregor Morales, and all that. And so the family of specialists of Vanessa Guillen, visited Fort Hood on Tuesday to see design concepts and a survey of the proposed site and at the Memorial Gate that will be named in Guillen's honor, according to the installation. She was a member, of course, of the 3rd Cavalry Regiment and went missing April 22nd, and then, of course, an extensive search came to the end on June 30th when her remains were discovered near the Leon River. Everybody knows that she was killed by a fellow soldier. What's his name? I don't want to fucking say his name. Worthless piece of shit.
Yeah.
So that guy. So at any rate, so during the Tuesday visit, Guillen's family visited with 3 Corps and Fort Hood Commander Lieutenant General Pat White and Deputy Commanding Major General John Richardson. And what he said was, quote, "One of the reasons why we invited the Guillen family today was to discuss and review design concept and a survey of a proposed site at the gate we plan to name in Vanessa's honor. Their input is important for our final design that will come to fruition over the next few months," unquote. And the gate will lead into like you said, Spanky, the 3rd CR area where thousands of people walk every day. And he also said that it will serve as a reminder to take care of each other and inspire the next generations of soldiers and surrounding community. Now, of course, the massive amount of investigations, the massive amount of outcry and outrage amongst the military and veteran community. It's just one of those things to where you're, how could you have let this happen type stuff. It is damn well a understanding how everyone felt about this. Everyone felt this, how messed up it was. It went from procedures of reporting, procedures of how we handle reports, processing of investigations. We still don't even know the extent of what happened with the investigations at all, other than the fact that there have been systemic issues in reporting with the Sharp. You were going to say something?
I have mixed feelings on this.
Go ahead.
Really do. Like, first of all, this is a soldier that was, like, brutally murdered. That's almost like a warning. Like, don't fucking come here. This might happen to you.
Right.
Like, I mean, that's what I would see if I see her name on a gate. Like, you know, years down the road, I'm thinking, who is, like, Vanessa Guillen? Like, why is this gate named after her? Oh, she was, like, murdered. Yeah,
right,
by another
right.
soldier in the arms room.
Somebody is.
Well, shit.
Yeah, well, in fact, it was you and a couple other military influencers that said that this has like almost abandoned ye all hope who enter here feel to it.
Yeah, I'm like, you know, not to say like anything disparaging against her or her family, but that's the way I look at it. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, there's
like that's kind of like eerie to me, and like,
right.
And maybe not like to us right now that know exactly what happened and what it really means. It's supposed to, or like they're trying to like, you know, change the culture with Sharp and everything, which I think is bullshit. Like that's ever gonna fucking happen. But like again, like think about like new soldiers like 30 years from now, and they, you know, are studying for the board and got to figure out why this gate is named after Vanessa Guillen. Like, I'm like, holy fuck.
Oh, could you imagine? Yeah. Oh, that's a point. Because think about it. Yeah. Why are you studying for the board, and what's the subject matter of this? All you got to do is look up Vanessa Guillen on the internet. You know, when the internet is, if it's still around. And some Joe's going to look up why there's a gate named after Vanessa Guillen, and they're going to be like, holy crap! And then you're going to be that. I know I'd be that smart ass Joe going to the board saying the reason why. It's been named that it's because Sorrents like you failed her. You know what I mean? I'd be pissed reading the story.
You know, my smart ass would be like,
yeah, because you know, why is she named after her? Because it's y'all's fault. You know what I mean? I know that's what you would say. I'm not going to speak.
Because we're probably still going to have the same Sharp problems 30 years from now that we do now.
Right.
And you know,
there's not going to be a fix immediately. But it also, so what's Gregor Morales going to get?
Oh yeah. I mean,
you know, again,
or oh gosh, how many other?
So yeah, there was
in the last few months.
Right, exactly. Just in the last few months in that time. What are they going to get?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not. Or gosh, how many people were shot here in 2009? I mean, yeah, they got a park and everything, but it's down at the Shiloh Inn.
Right.
Or you know, in 2014, like how many mass shootings have we had here?
Right.
So that's why I'm like, I don't really. It might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't like it.
Well, yeah, I'm not cool with that. I'm kind of on the. I mean, again, I know what they're trying to do, and I'm not gonna you know, kind of browbeat what they're trying to. I know exactly what they're trying to do. I know what their intent is. But it's the damn. It's almost like I mean, there's nothing more. I mean, the family says they understand what they're trying to do. At least the family has understanding about it. The family is you know, is receptive to it. That's appreciative. You know what I mean? Because of course,
yeah,
the family, of course, you know, seeing their needs is a little bit is really important in all this, and the sensitivity of it all. Of course, I couldn't even imagine General White and General Richardson's having to talk about it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it's really. You know what I mean? How could you, as a commander? I mean, would you? I mean, think about it. You're a commander, and all that shit happening while you were downrange and shit. You'd be like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then you'd get back and you find out all this stuff is happening, and you're like, "What the?" And then all this crap is going on, and then you know, you have the incidents with investigations and seeing the systemic issues, the Sharp investigations among CID individuals getting relieved. You're just like, what the hell is going? Was I supposed to release that? Anyways,
yeah.
Oops. Go ahead. Anyways, that was Jose's fault.
I know, but still, it's like I just. I mean, it's obviously something like, you know, it's not just Vanessa, and I do get, like I said, I agree with you that I get what they're trying to do, but it's just too morbid for me. I just can't get over the fact that it's more like a fucking warning than it is a memorial. Like, that's just me. Like, that's my opinion. That's what I would think about. I guess as long as their family's okay with it, like,
yeah. There was incidences we were discussing about what would we call it? What you know, we should close Fort Hood down. I'm gonna tell you what, Fort Hood is not gonna get closed down.
No.
The army is not going to close down Fort Hood at all. However, in recent events, and you know, I have been. If you guys don't know that, I've been lighting fires everywhere in the movement to rename installations. Myself and some other individuals too. I've been hanging out with Amy Sanchez too much. She's fucking a bad influence. She's a good bad influence on me, if that makes any sense. She'll be like, "Hey Ken, check this out," and then get me all spun up. I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" And the next, you know, I'm freaking, I'm waking everybody up. Do graphics. I want to say this, and make sure it says that. And then, you know, Warhol's going, "God damn, dude, are you gonna let me sleep?" No, you can't sleep. But I do appreciate this.
Let Warhol sleep.
Yeah, exactly. I appreciate the staff assisting me in some of these endeavors that I have when it comes, but it's for the greater good. And one of them is that instead, to give Fort Hood a new makeover, or have it released, or have it felt good, to connect with the military community, instead of shutting it down, instead of renaming a gate, have exactly that. See, I'm seeing already comments in there in the chats. It would be it would be like a library or a stone, a memorial stone. See, exactly that. I'm seeing some good comments in there. I have already been on track to try to petition. Actually, I have been petitioning with individuals and key lawmakers on the Hill to change the name of Fort Hood to Fort Benavidez.
I'll allow it.
Fort Benavidez.
Probably still call it Hood.
Think, if you guys do not know who Roy Benavidez is, I think you need to do some research, and is a far better candidate than Hood. Hood, who just happens to be a Confederate general who, I don't know, lost the war or some shit. Isn't he? Wasn't that like a traitor or something like that? And he's a Confederate general. So if you guys don't know who Master Sergeant Raul Perez Benavidez, this guy was part of the was in the 82nd, and then ultimately in the United States Army Special Forces Studies and Observations Group. His story is incredible. If you just Google him up or look him up on YouTube and his inspiring stories, it's incredible. It is incredible. He enlisted in the National Guard in 1952 during the Korean War. And he went from the National Guard to active duty, and then he was assigned to the 82nd. And naturally, of course, if you're going to the center of the universe, Fort Bragg.
Back at Bragg.
Back at Bragg, exactly. Then you're going to obviously be attracted to the soft mentality when you see a bunch of individuals running around doing shit that you have hands in pockets. You get to grow beards, and when you're on deployments, you get to go on multiple deployments and not have to be deployed, but you get TDY. Then you want to go GoArmySoft.com. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. He went to Special Forces selection and all that stuff. And he joined, and he was part of the 5th Special Forces Group and the Studies and Observation Group. SOG, S-O-G. It's where all those Stolen Valor guys like to say that they were in SOG and shit. And I'm like, SOG? You're Vietnam, dude. You look like you're 30. There's no way you're a freaking SOG. You know what I mean? So anyways, he was wounded. And dude, I'm going to tell you what. His story, his narrative for his Medal of Honor, because he has a Medal of Honor, is incredible. So read that up. And you tell me if it's not a fitting name for Fort Hood. To revitalize that. To give it a new makeover. Fort Benavidez, I'm all for it. You're going to be hearing about it more, and you're going to be seeing my face and Amy's face and some other key lawmakers involved in this too. We finna change some names. We are going to change some names. Yeah, leave Fort Rucker alone. No, Fort Rucker, man. Woo! Fort Rucker and Mother Rucker. It's just fun to say Mother Rucker. I think Fort Rucker, there were some names that were proposed for a change for them too, but it had to do with like aviation pioneering crap. Aviation stuffs of excellence. So that's what some of the that's what Rucker was going to be named. But for Fort Hood, Fort Benavides, everyone's talking about Fort Murphy and for Audie Murphy and all this other stuff, and because he was in Third ID. You know, he's on Fort Bragg because Benavides was at Fort. He's Special Forces, and you know, first SF wants another fucking statue or some shit like that. No, Benavides is from Texas,
right?
If you say Roy Benavides in Texas, you're like, oh shit, damn, boy. Tell me about Roy Benavides. As a matter of fact, the Benavides family supports this idea. They support changing Fort Hood to Fort Benavides as instead of using it for Fort Bragg. We can change Fort. We'll talk back Bragg later about all the other installations when you see me freaking. When I start telling Congress, hey, you need to wrap this up, B. It's gonna be awesome. It's fun to see the cringe factor of everyone trying to justify why these installations should keep their names. I think it's hilarious. But why can you justify that? Okay, well, who's the one that who's the one, you're gonna change what name? Oh, you're gonna change Fort Hood to Fort Benavides. Tell me why we shouldn't change Fort Hood to Fort Benavides. Why wouldn't?
I mean, exactly, and they don't really have a good reason. Like, there's even descendants of Hood that they're all cool with it.
Right? Yeah. As a matter, yeah.
In this area,
you're right. They're even saying, yeah, change that shit. Why the hell? How the hell did he get that name to begin with?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're cool with it. I mean, I get it. Like, it is like it's a start of a makeover, but you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. So there is a lot of changes that still need to happen.
Of course, I understand.
To make it the great place that it claims to be.
I can understand it. I think the culture needs to start from where these installations are bringing or breeding their mentality from.
Absolutely.
So a lot of this stuff is carried over and from specific areas. I didn't, like I said, again, didn't really think that Fort Hood was going to be the center of all drama until they moved a lot of, I don't know, they moved the cav and the tanks from Fort Knox to Benning. I don't want to say Fort Benning, but I got something for you, Fort Benning. Oh, I got something for you. I got something for you. We'll talk about that after the break. We got something for Fort Benning too, which obviously is the key point of the story of this segment tonight on Sergeant's Time. But yeah, you cannot have a good. I think the culture needs to change from where it started. I don't want to say it's all Cavs' fault. I don't want to say it's all Tankers' fault. But yeah.
What's Melissa Hood?
Yeah. But anyways. So, what were you gonna say? You said something?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. I was just thinking that's just what most of Hood is made up of. Oh. I hear them every damn night.
Yeah, the tankers and the Cavs.
Be quiet out there.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I'm trying to sleep.
So, at any rate, that's the deal with Fort Benavides. Any what do you think about it? I mean, you guys go throw some comments in the chat. You guys think that it's okay? Well, Teasers overflow area. What is that, Tina? What is? I'm sorry.
Teasers
is
or was. I don't think it's not here anymore. It was a strip bar here.
At Fort Hood. Oh.
Yes, it was a strip bar here.
Oh, okay.
The dollhouse, I think, is the only one that's still here. It's moved several times,
yeah,
but it's still here.
That's the trash dollhouse. That's not the classy Florida dollhouse.
No, this is the Hood dollhouse.
That must be, yeah. That's the. I guarantee it. If it was like, who has been? I don't want to say that hell. If wait a minute, am I digging myself into a trap talking about establishments of places that I should be not telling soldiers I should be going because I'm supposed to be providing a positive example for leaders to emulate? Should I be talking about those establishments? Are they supposed to be Fort Richardson? Yeah, I could see that. Why would you? The one in Bama. Oh, okay. The one. See, you even said Bama. The one in Bama.
Gotcha.
There's one in Bama.
I guess more than one post has a teasers.
I guess. You ain't lying. Yeah, shocker. Exactly. Well, I know if you're down in Bama or if you're down in Fort Rucker or Benning and you're hanging out with the freaking, you're all about the it's more like the OCS overflow too. Just ignore me, Canadian Navy paddling through the chat. Hey, no, it's okay, John Carrick. You're good, man. You're good. Well, welcome, Canadian Navy, Canuck. That's what I'm talking about, John. We appreciate your patronage here. We're all fam, eh? Did I say that right? Did I exude the the
I can't do the Canadian accent.
I can't either. I was just. I think if you
So
just
we
throw
got
an
our
eighth into
emotional
it.
support Canadian in the chat.
Emotional support. The emotional support. John Kerry. You are designated the emotional support Canadian to WTF Nation Radio in the chat.
Because we're a clusterfuck down here.
Yeah,
right now.
exactly.
We kind of need one.
We're like, yeah. So we're like what was it? What was that meme that someone said that we're like the meth heads that live beneath you in the you're in the first floor of your apartment.
In the basement.
Yeah, exactly. Tina said, "Oh, I heard it from people." Of course, I heard about it too. I mean, well, like I said, I'll say it. Shit, Fort Bliss Jaguars. If you're anywhere in the Tampa area, Dollhouse. I'm telling you what, the Dollhouse, not the assorted whatever things that you have over in other installations, of course. But yeah, dude, freaking the Dollhouse, the Dollhouse, yeah, those establishment, of course, bringing cheer and enlightenment to individuals who patronize those establishments. There you go. And that's about as clean as I can say it. So that way, I can have other military get. I want the SecDef. I mean, the former SecDef to come on here. I can't be talking about the Dollhouse and Jaguars and teasers and bangers and
I'm sure he's been
bumpers.
to one or two back in his day too.
Oh, that's right. He was in the Army too. That's right.
Yeah.
I was about to say. Well, we could talk about his times there too. At any rate. Well, thanks again.
Get a $5 steak at lunch back in the day.
Yeah, exactly, and it's a good steak too. Not no freaking half-ass ribeye that looks like it was cooked or someone stole from a freaking.
Like got it at the DPAD.
The back, yeah, you stole from the back end of the fucking commissary fucking meat rack there. It's all bone. Hi, would you like to dance? Dance? Anybody want to dance? I'm just trying to eat my steak. Oh man. So at any rate, what was I saying? What were you talking about? Oh, hey, John. Yeah, again. So, thank you for. I hope I got the accent right. I know you just got to throw a couple of A's here and there, and call people hosers, and I think we're good, right? Is that the standard? I don't want to mess this up, but anyways, what else? What were we gonna say? We had something. We still talking about Hood, right? We got totally off fucking track.
Dollhouses and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think we definitely got freaking. Totally freaking off tangent. We were supposed to be talking. Anyways, so going back to what we were talking about, Fort Hood. That's what we were talking about.
Right.
Fort Hood. There was a written survey that was distributed to 225 soldiers from 12 battalions and 6 brigades on Fort Hood that showed roughly 90% of the soldiers have high trust in their leadership, and approximately 86% hold a high willingness to report incidents of sharp. However, the review team found that there were 18 out of 52 women surveyed on Fort Hood. About 1/3 reported being sexually harassed, and a number concerned lawmakers and prompted questions about the standards of success for SHARP programs that need to be changed. Spanky, you go ahead. You
Did you say 225 soldiers?
Yeah, that was it.
So they got a sample size. I don't want to bear math right now. Like, how many soldiers are on Fort Hood?
Roughly 48,000.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of Joe on Fort Hood. So that small size, I think personally, what I think they should have done. This is just me.
35 females.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there was only 18 out of those 35.
No, 52. I'm sorry, it was 52.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm on my numbers today are all jacked up. I said 20th, and I said freaking instead of the 12th, and. So, do I need to do the beginning again? No, so I'm just... Oh,
no.
Okay.
I just, I suck at math.
Yeah, same here. So.
All I know is that's a pretty fucking small sample size.
Right. So 225 soldiers from 12 battalions and 6 brigades. And then you have 18 out of 52 women. I was going to ask you because you're EO qualified.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I am.
but do you think... What's your hit on that? What's your status on that? What do you think about the standards of our SHARP and EO program? I mean,
well, I think we do a lot better at EO than we do SHARP.
Okay.
But I just think that's a ridiculously small sample size for Fort Hood.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't even think how they could even, like, who even thought that was okay? Like, did anybody take research methods in college at all?
Right.
Like that thought that would be a representative sample of a post this size.
Right.
Like their elementary schools are bigger than that. Like on posts.
No, you're right. No, you're right.
I'm like, that's just ridiculous. And 52 women, like, okay, even that is a ridiculously small number, and the women only make up probably what 9 to 10% of the soldiers on Fort Hood.
I think I think they should have done it online. Yeah,
I mean, this is
because
if
right.
you're doing a written one,
right?
Okay, let me tell you something. Like every command climate survey I was in, after I was a staff sergeant and above, I was usually the only white female of my rank. All right. So if I asked, I'm like, if the questions were ever measured like against like the demographics, because they would know it was me. Especially once I became a sergeant first class, I was usually always the only white female sergeant first class.
Okay.
And I'm like, so and when you're filling out the demographics, I'm like, so if they match like the answers to the demographics, I'm like, my commander's gonna know it's me. Not
right.
like I get it because I'll go tell him to his face. Or
right. Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, I've known you for a while. You definitely say some shit and almost throw hands. So,
right. You don't need to I don't need to be anonymous, but some people like might have stuff to say that they really do need to feel anonymous. So if they're doing this, like handing out like written ones, there's obviously some kind of demographics on there because you got male and female. So who knows what else is on there? So yeah, I think it would have been better if it was online too.
I think if it was been online and then and kind of like sprinkled with some face-to-face interviews, so that way, like they don't have the Soldiers Dome anymore, right? It's no longer there. Didn't you say they tore it down or some shit like that? The Soldiers Dome.
No, it's still there. It's just the SRP site.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
Where Hassan shot up.
Okay. So the I would have the Soldiers Dome open and then just have a room. Just have a room and just let people walk in and talk. Just let people walk in and talk. Just say, hey, what's going on? And all this, of course, will be you won't be the individual that is conducting the interview, the individual that is not, because I think sometimes a verbal, like getting it off your chest, would be a lot better than some of it being online and some of it being just a couple of questions here and there, like in a group. You know what I mean? Because at that point, if you're in a group and you're looking at somebody who's talking about Sharp and all this other stuff, and then that person might be or may not be in your unit, you might feel like not comfortable to have somebody know your details. But if you would have done it like in a big,
absolutely.
If you'd have done it like in a big room, I'd say like almost like you're doing an ACFT or like a PT test. The PT test, the APFT, where you used to have the graders. Just have graders or have interviewers that are not, or you would not know if they were in the military or not. You would not. You would just have, and these are part of the panel. I would have had like 10 individuals, like 10 lines, and just, hey, come report, come show up to this day and talk to people, and just leave it all open. Like leave it open all day.
There would have to be some kind of some way to do it anonymously though, or else people aren't going to be like completely truthful. Like think about it, like even on like the GATS or when the doc asks you how much you drink a week, like how many people are honest with that? There'd be a lot more fucking people on ASAP. I know right. I was never honest with how much I drink, because if you said, if I have 2 or 3 beers every single night, they're gonna put you in fucking ASAP.
Right.
I'm like,
yeah. Gary's right.
I drink a 6-pack on Friday. Fuck.
There's only
go get locked up. For
exactly. Yeah, Gary's got a good point. There's only so many online surveys out there that no one takes seriously, and some online surveys that you could do for Command Climate, those are given to the command teams, so we can kind of know who said it or who didn't say it just by the wording or how they talk. Tina says, "Do you want to actually know what's going on? Smoke or vape or whatever blueberry crunch flavored vape you want to have. You can find out what's going on in the smoke pit. That's right. You can definitely find out what's going on the smoke pit. I think now, with social media, I think leaders now, are on edge of what their troops are going to say, to the point to where that's why they're kind of like panicking. That's social media is the new smoke pit, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely.
Well, for instance, Corey, my man Corey posted his stuff And the feedback and the support Corey's been getting has been awesome from other military leaders. And that was the smoke pit. That was, you know, shot the shit with us. The smoke pit. That's exactly it. I mean, the social media being the smoke pit. I think Joes need to understand, just like the smoke pit, just like social media, everyone's given a power to say something that's a little like, huh? You know what I mean? You're just kind of like, what did you say? You know what? You know what I mean?
Right, and it goes both ways too.
Right.
Like the drill sergeant that recorded his soldiers.
Awesome segue, Spanky. Awesome segue. Go ahead. Tell us what happened with this drill sergeant.
Oh, he recorded a TikTok, and it's like, oh, these weak soldiers and stuff now are on their phones. Like, excuse me? Like, first of all, he looks like he's been in the Army like 6 minutes himself. And to post that shit, like, I know you got to use payphones and stuff in basic. I know I did. So it's just, these soldiers are just keeping up with fucking technology and don't have to spend a fortune on goddamn phone cards anymore. So I really just want to go tell this drill sergeant. And I went to go comment on his video on TikTok, but he had the comments shut off to tell him to go fuck himself because you know how I am, and we'll do that. But
go ahead.
So what was even better than that is, you know, nothing just stays on the platform that you posted on. This winds up getting on Twitter and tagging the TRADOC DCG and SAR Major. So I really would like a follow-up to what happens to him. I'm sure I'll hear about it some way or another.
Well, I was about to say, the drill sergeant, as a matter of fact, I think we do have an I think we do have a update. Hang on, let me see. Let me see what happened with this because it's kind of funny is that it is the drill sergeant talking about is the and this is on from Task and Purpose. And Task and Purpose did I just say porpoise? God, man. They had him with Canadian.
Turtles.
John Kerry's already throwing the Canadian stuff at me. I'm already speaking with a Canadian accent. Task and Purpose already has had the article put out how the Army is addressing a drill sergeant's TikTok rant about soft recruits. Soft, because you know recruits are soft, and yeah, because you know he's soft, you know. So they even named him out. The drill sergeant at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, is now facing scrutiny from his command. I bet you he got his ass chewed out, not scrutiny. I know it. I can decipher the word scrutiny. I know what scrutiny means when it comes to the command is addressing him. He probably got that ass ripped upside.
Scrutiny is a nice word for that.
He probably got scared of my jaws. Jesus. And I guarantee it that his ass got lit up by his chain of command. As a matter of fact, there was individuals that were trying to post some shit and trying to say it was somebody else, and somebody from somebody that I know, he's going to come on eventually in Sergeant's time. He is one of the battalion commanders at Fort Sill, and brought it to my attention as well. Because he's like, hey, Ken, did you see the video? I'm like, We're like, WTF moments, bro. We got like 250 videos in the fucking inbox. Which video are you talking about now? Oh, the drill sergeant one. Oh, yeah, well, which drill sergeant? We got 5 of them. Oh, well, the drill sergeant. Okay, yeah, okay. So that's how many videos we get. Sergeant Train Wallace can be heard saying that this is what the Army has turned into now. Quote, a bunch of soft-ass fucking... I get to use my cell phone for 30 minutes every day because why? Because we're fucking soft. That's why.
No, not every day. Every Sunday.
Every Sunday. Yeah, every Sunday. Yeah. This shit makes me sick, is what he said. He continues in the video. Hey, but this is the new Army. We have to change to it. So yeah. So it reached for comment. The Fort Sill confirmed that Wallace is in fact a drill sergeant assigned to the 434th Field Artillery Brigade, and Fort Sill officials have said the command is addressing this issue with the drill sergeant. I'm gonna tell you what, privates to me are like little toddlers. You know what I mean? They're like toddlers. Privates are like little kids to the Army. They're like they're your sensitive items in the world. You know what I mean? As a leader.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of like be sensitive to understanding these. It's almost like I have perfect example. Baby Ice. Baby Ice knows, I handle certain, hazardous equipment, and I ride motorcycles, and I handle freedom devices and stuff like that that are mysteriously lost in a boating accident. At any rate, I don't give the keys to my POV to Baby Ice and just let him drive. I kind of look. That's how as a drill sergeant, you got to kind of like, those are privates. They are privates. They are toddlers in the Army. They're new, infantile, and all that. They're looking at you as a drill sergeant as a example. You have to have a specific example of a drill, because a drill sergeant is supposed to be the epitome of an NCO of the NCOs of NCOs of excellence, right? That is the drill sergeant. They're supposed to exude all that leadership and trust that a young, or sometimes old now, because they got older Joes in there, a trainee, or what do they call them now? Soldier candidate or something like that. I can't remember what they call them, but anyways, a trainee is looking to that NCO, that non-commissioned officer, for guidance. If you violate that trust as a drill sergeant, like for instance, if you'd have filmed my kid, if you'd have filmed my kid, I'd have grabbed some homies, and active and retired, and we would have paid old Drill Sergeant Wallace a visit. If you'd have filmed my kids the way he was filming the soldiers,
and call my kid fucking soft,
and you call my kid soft, and you call so at that point that is so disrespectful, and it is because of a policy that it has been handed down that you cannot control. As a non-commissioned officer, you are there to enforce a policy that commanders and of leadership set forth for you, that there's, obviously, I don't know, they're out there that you're supposed to enforce. Fuck, it's not that fucking difficult. It's not rocket science at all.
No, and like I said, even way back when I went to basic, on Sundays, we were allowed to use a phone.
Yep.
It's just technology that has changed.
All of you cannot say that you didn't use the fucking phone. Well, when I was... no.
Oh my god! Just because I got to call my mama on a payphone and had to pay.
Oh my god!
Many cents a minute.
Spanky, you went through the soft basic training because you got to call your parents. You get to communicate with your parents.
Every Sunday.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh man! See, God.
Oh, it's fucking sickening, isn't it?
It's all. What's all funny? It is sickening because there's a standard that veterans have against the Army, but don't say jack fucking shit about the Marine Corps. Happy birthday, Marine Corps, by the way. May you enjoy your crayons. Happy belated Veterans Day to everybody too. Shit, I just forgot to say that. Yeah, happy Veterans Day.
We did have one of those.
We had one of them things. But
I got a free car wash. I don't go get the free food. I am not about those lines.
Yeah, but you know what? No one says a damn thing when there's Marines lined up at a phone to use a payphone and they have to recite something and then they hang up the phone and all this stuff. It's no fucking different. Well, we couldn't. Yeah. So
I'd like to ask that drill sergeant if he ever talked to his mama while he was in basic.
I was about to say he probably did. As a matter of fact, don't do it, Sergeant Wallace. You're damn right, cause phones hadn't been invented yet for me to use a fucking phone. How to use Morse code and the Pony Express. Exactly. See? There you go. Hey, Sergeant Wallace. We have the power of the dark side, right? We can find out when you joined the Army. We can find out what basic training you went to, and we can also find out if your drill sergeant lets you talk on the phone. I don't think you want that, because you know what? Quote, it's fucking sickening.
I'll make my own TikTok.
Yeah, I'll make my own TikTok. Yeah, because they will say, look at this it's fucking sickening. This shit makes me fucking sick. He got to use the phone too.
Sergeant Wallace called his mama.
Sergeant Wallace, exactly.
I'll find out who your mama is.
Exactly. Exactly, that carrier pigeon, get it right. Exactly. Stone tablets. I had them thrown at me or something like that from across the fence. But, anyways, yeah, we're just breaking balls, Sergeant Wallace. I'll go ahead and say that you fucked up on your own, Drill Sergeant, and you'll be, obviously, have been handled on that. Again, these are your children's. These are the Army's kids. These are the Army's hatchlings. You know what I mean? I don't know. I have to break it down sometimes to individuals like that to understand the seriousness that these are souls. These are my kids. These are your kids. This is everybody's kids. So when I see you dissing somebody on social media and getting all it for the clout chasing and shit like that, you damn right that shit's gonna go viral. You damn right. But
whatever you post on social media, it is there forever.
It's
and
there
sometimes a lot of good come from it.
Yep.
And a lot of scrutiny can come from it.
That's right. A lot of scrutiny from your leadership, especially ones wearing stars on their uniform too. We're gonna take a break right quick so we can talk about the highlight of the night. So everyone, shots and go refill your stuff. So shots.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
So won't you save me? Save me! Won't you save me? Save me! Won't you save me? Save me! Won't you please put me out of my little misery? go now. Dad, I'm sorry. Everybody, all y'all need to know this is life, a true story. When you chase us down in Mexico, save me, save me. Won't you save me, save me, save me, save me. Won't you please put me out of my little misery?
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
And we're back. Broadcasting live from the Functional Veterans Center of Excellence this 12 November 2020. You're listening to Sergeant's Time with Ice and Spanky. I'm going to give you an update real quick. News that we've been waiting for a long time. The bill, the resolution to upgrade the award for Sergeant First Class Alan Cash has passed. H.R. 8276 was recently passed, and Alan Cash's medal is going to be upgraded from a Silver Star to the Medal of Honor. This has been an effort.
Very long overdue.
15 years overdue. This has been an effort by a lot of friends. They're all listening right now. I want to thank everybody I want to thank everybody for letting me be part of this lobby. Amy, Nick Guy, Brink, the guys on Twitter, the goons as they call themselves. Thank you guys and gals so much for letting me, Teresa, everybody, just let me be part of all this. A lot of this could not have been. This is a team effort. I personally, again, I was a little emotional. I was a lot more emotional when I found out that I had passed than I am now. I'm still kind of touched on the feels a little bit right now. So again, just to reiterate, the bill HR 8276 has passed, which will now allow the award of the Medal of Honor to Sergeant First Class Alan Cash to go forward. So I'm gonna tell you, everyone is euphoric about this. Looking forward to this. This is going to be an awesome event. U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio we will all, everybody, the military community, to include Task and Purpose, Army Times, Breitbart. There's been a lot of media involved in this. We'll keep you appraised, and of course, more than likely, you'll see some appearances, videos, and everything leading up to the awarding. And for right now, we will keep everybody posted, and that's. So far, that's what's happened. I cannot. I'm all the work, Spanky. I want WTF Nation Radio, U.S. Army WTF. Thank you guys for letting us for you know what I mean, because you guys were like everybody. I can't thank you guys enough. This is just the first step. I can't wait. It's going to be momentous to see his family be presented the Medal of Honor. I'm so damn happy about this.
Right, so now it's just waiting on the president, right?
Correct. It's right now waiting at the president. He's gonna, obviously, the way it works is that he's gonna sign it, and then of course that's when the ceremonies and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll have to ask some of my Army peeps and Army friends what's the next step, and of course we will post on all of our social media accounts on this. And it's awesome to see a bipartisan Stephanie Murphy, Dan Crenshaw, Mike Waltz, members of Congress, to see them here, to see them part of this. I cannot thank them enough, because they were the ones that Stephanie Murphy was the one that introduced the bill, and of course it went through its wickets, and then it just recently passed. So if there's anything to celebrate for Veterans Day, it would be this passing of the bill. So again, I thank you, Congress. Wow, how do you say Congress people in a plural sense? Congress persons. Exactly that cost. There was zero opposition to this at all. Exactly that, Jason. It's about damn time. So 15 years, and then maybe just recently 15 years of his passing as well. It just recently passed. But that's the all-in cash update for HR 8276. Now, along with the base renamings and stuff like that, Benning, have I got a deal for you? All-in cash was assigned to the 3rd Infantry Division, assigned to Fort Benning. There was a unit outside there. So we would just, I have been, and everybody who's followed me on social media other than Facebook know that I've been kind of like stirring up some drama. I don't want to say drama, but I've been stirring the pot when it comes to this renaming of bases. We've done this before. We talked, me and Spanky, we talked about the introduction to change the base. So for Fort Benning, I could not think of any other person that could be named, can change the name of Fort Benning, than to have it renamed to Fort Alwyn Cash. And
I can't think of a better name.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, and it can also, instead of having me the Maneuver Center of Excellence, we could call it the home of the General Sherman Maneuver Center of Excellence, just to kind of put that dig in there. Yeah, I'm all about digging. I want that dig.
Be like a little poke.
Yeah, I got exactly that.
With that spoon you use to stir the pot with.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that are at Fort Benning. They're telling me, dude, man, you're like, did you really like post a graphic changing the name of Fort Benning to Fort Alwyn Cash? And I'm like, bam, and I sent them. They're like, holy shit, this, So I got some friends and fam that are down there. I have actually friends and family in the chat right now that spent some time in Fort Benning, and they all agree with this too. Everybody agreed. Sorry, it's just Fort Benning was, Fort Benning was, who's Benning? Who the hell is he? What was he?
I don't even know who he is. Because I've never been to Benning and had to study for board there.
You had to study for a board? So
I never had to study for a board at Benning.
Oh, you never had to study for, okay, gotcha. I'm about to say you never had been to board there. I was like, well, if you'd never been there, you would never been to board. The Benning, Fort Benning name, I don't know. It's for a Confederate. It's for a Confederate general, right? It's for a Confederate. It's for, that's what it's named after. That would be the origin of the name. As soon as I said Fort General Sherman Center of Excellence, people freaked the hell out just by saying General Sherman. I'm like, why? I mean, and then if you were at and of course General Sherman follows me on Twitter. There is somebody on General. There's somebody with the likeness of General Sherman, and he has a General Sherman account. Any memes that you throw out about General Sherman and the burning of, I don't know, the whole state of Georgia, I think it needs to be cleansed anyways. Okay. You had POTUS commenting on this. Come on, man. Benning was in Johnny Appleseed's platoon. Exactly, Jason. So you're correct. It was named after Confederate General Henry L. Benning. And that's about the only thing I want to freaking say about that. So there you go. It was 1918. So it's not like it's new history and shit. It's not like or old history and stuff like that. I don't care. Fort Alwyn Cash to me is a far better alternative. Changing Fort Benning to Fort Alwyn Cash is a better alternative than anything else.
And Dave in the main page chat says perfect name for it, and Cash pulled one of his soldiers out of that Bradley.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Dave says perfect name for it.
Exactly. So Keith says you don't like the renaming crap, but Benavides deserves a name be based after him. Exactly that. Well, so does Alwyn Cash, because now Fort Hood would be named after Fort Benavides. Would be for what? A Medal of Honor recipient. The same thing would be for, oh my God, just by me saying this, Medal of Honor recipient Alwyn Cash. So yeah, I'll as a matter of fact, if you want to see that, I'll do that. Fort Benavides again. So there you go. Two installations changed. Problem solved. There you go. WTF Nation Center, Functional Veteran Center of Excellence, and of course Multimedia Meme Empire. We will make sure they will provide you all your multimedia and marketing needs to rename your base from Confederate losers to heroes. I'm waiting for all the hate mail that I get. Last time I got some hate mail about it. They're like, "You messed with my history."
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, who says we can't change names, like to modern day heroes?
There's nothing wrong with that. Have we changed names before on installations, or we have changed this? Now, again, we posted this stuff before. We talked about this already when the president went nuts and said we ain't changing no damn names. And then what was his press secretary, Kaylee McKinney was talking about, well, people want to go back to their base. They're going to remember Fort Bragg. I'm like, no, I'm not going to remember Fort Bragg for shit.
No, her line about that was the last time they stepped foot on American soil when they died overseas. Like, oh yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what they were thinking about.
I don't remember hearing any recount.
Don't ever rename Fort Hood.
Yeah. Don't ever. Yeah, they didn't say that. Oh, I don't ever remember any reports of anybody who was killed in action that expired on the table that said, "Save the name Bragg. Remember Bragg for me." They didn't do that shit.
Bragg.
Yeah, back at Bragg. We did. No.
Like that's what they're dying.
Yeah. Jason knows me, man. Me and him are buds. Jason, you know me, bro. I'm never gonna say back at Bragg. No, that's not gonna happen. No. So I don't care when you're talking about my history. No. So, Sergeant First Class, yeah, oh man, he did. That's right. Sergeant First Class Cash did pull one of your medics, Sergeant Michael Robertson. Rob later passed away in Texas, surrounded by his family. Yeah, he's yeah, dude, he's a fucking hero, dude. There's no ands, ifs, buts, or about it. There's how this did not get highlighted. I think this just became one of those 2020. You know what? We're gonna freaking. If there's anything that's gonna come good out of 2020, was this. Is this right here? It is the fact that Alwyn Cash's, medal from Silver Star is upgraded. As a matter of fact, we're in the are we in negotiations right now to have his former boss, Lieutenant General Brido, the G1, the Army G1, right? We're in I can say that now. Yes, we are. Okay, I can say that. So the Army G1, Alwyn Cash's commander, is going to come on. Is going to come on here. Lieutenant General Brido. He's going to come on here. I'm excited. So we can talk about that too. We can kind of give his PA a little hint. Hey, so, hey man, we're going to be talking about this. But anyway, yeah. So shit. So Gary says that Benny should be named after CSM Don Purdy. I don't know why do you think that? Why do you think, Gary, he should be named after Purdy? Out of curiosity, of course. I mean, I'm not any name change to them. I don't. As long as it's from what I don't know. Purdy. Why Purdy? I know because Bragg is Braxton Bragg. We just about taking names Bragg too.
We did.
I got all the braggarts, the Bragdalites all upset, man.
I know the funniest thing I ever saw about that is that I support anything that makes the saying back at Bragg obsolete.
You mean talking about it? There was people that were like, "Man, you just said that. Did you really said that?" And then throw it all over social media. And I even sent it to D. Treasy, man. He was like, that's probably why he's like throwing it. He's probably pissed right now. He's probably pissed at WTF Nation right now. Maybe that's why he doesn't answer our calls. Yeah, we fucking I sent D. Treasy some new names, and that kind of was the catalyst for a lot of drama.
I mean, he hasn't fired us yet.
No, he hasn't fired us. Yeah,
running to be the new secta.
Yeah, exactly. If you want a new comms person or some new media people, we'd be more than happy. Well, I mean, we won't get paid much, but no, exactly that. It was one of those things to where, man, it caused a shitstorm with everybody else, and then. We were talking about Fort Gavin, Fort Ridgeway for Fort Bragg, and I didn't want to sit there and talk about. Could you imagine? Hey, back at Ridgeway. we didn't end up talking to like we'd be going, hey, so where were you stationed at? I was stationed at Fort Ridgeway, and everyone would be like, formerly known as Fort Bragg, formerly known as, it'd be like it would be like a Prince. It'd be like Prince, formerly the artist formerly known as Prince. It'd be the Bragg it'd be the Ridgeway formerly known as Bragg. Bro, were you stationed? Were you stationed at formerly known as Bragg? Yes, I was stationed at formerly known as Bragg. Yeah, WTF Nation Radio and WTF Nation freaking changed some shit, and the next thing you know, now it's now Fort Ridgeway or Fort Gavin or something like that. We could change names. I have nothing but time. I have nothing to do. I will change Fort Benavides. I mean, we even had talked about Fort Harriet Tubman. I think we should bring the conversation back. We should just, hey, more than happy to bring that up. But anyways, again, so the bill has passed. Alwyn Cash is going to be given his Medal of Honor. It's just a matter of now a signature, and that's it. HR 8276. So appreciate again everybody who helped out in this, and this is awesome. The next thing I'm going to talk about is real quick what we've been doing. Okay, have you guys been seeing the commercials and all that and all the little stuff? We've been kind of busy. U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio is teaming up with Honey to team up with Team Rubicon to help them out, and we're doing a drive to them. So as soon as this post is done on Facebook, you'll see the post get posted and edited with the link and all there. I didn't want to do that while we're broadcasting right now, so that way it's not taken away and you guys can listen to the show. After the post goes up, then or after the podcast and the broadcast has ended, you will see the link be posted on there. But we're also participating in Warrior Week right now. Warrior Week is happening this week with Wounded Warrior Project. And they are doing a stream on their Twitch. So if you go on to their Twitch on Wounded Warrior Project, you will see all the schedules that they've had so far. And this Saturday, our very own CQ is going to be a guest streamer on the Wounded Warrior Project's Twitch channel. And I'm gonna see if I can try to pipe that in. You know, I think we can do it. I think we can get away with it. Piping in some Twitch shit, and
I think we can do it.
I think we can do that. I mean, we have the technology. I think we can. So our own CQ and also our gamer kids did their 24. Did you see them? The Grunts Gaming Network yesterday. They did their 24-hour stream extravaganza, and they streamed all night, all day. The streamers out in Europe streamed as well, so it was a pretty good event. Good times and all that. I was not going to play against some of those nerds on some of those games.
I popped in from time to time because I do have live notifications on for them, and I'm like, wait a minute, why are they? Okay, I got to turn these off today because they're going to keep me up all night.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, they were like literally just like bam, bam, bam. So it was a great time. So again, for Warrior Week this Saturday, don't forget, and you'll get prompted and you'll get alerted and you'll be notified as well. Our own CQ and our Grunts Gaming Network are going to be on, and they're going to be, and CQ is going to be having his, it's going to be like, I don't know, it's going to be like pop culture Wounded Warrior CQ event. We don't even know what to call it. We're just going to let him stream, and he's going to come on there, and he's going to be interviewing different streamers to include our own gamer kids. So that way you guys and gals can know who the hell Grunts Gaming Network is and how are they affiliated with WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments. So we're pretty excited about that. But tomorrow, what else? We have something. Oh no, next week. Shit, next week I forgot to. No, we're doing that stupid. We're doing the Dragon's Lair. I've been invited to be a panelist with the Dragon's Lair Innovation Program, and you'll see more media and stuff get pushed out over the weekend. I'm pretty excited about that. But at any rate, I think it's time to do some freaking some housekeeping. I mean, we were like blowing through the show.
I got my lemon pledge. Let's go.
Did you get your lemon pledge? So tomorrow. Well, real quick, what'd you guys think of that CQ show with Matt Eisman? I had a blast in the chats.
And I really enjoyed that. I like as soon as he like popped up on Skype, because during the break, I'm like, I saw his face and heard his voice before he even said hello.
Right. Well, yeah, it was cool, and man, him and CQ hit it off. I had seen some good chemistry in there, and I was in the chats. We even had our friends.
Like they were all like best. being best friends.
Yeah, it was
BFFs.
it was an awesome stream last night. I mean on Tuesday. So again, thanks Matt for coming on. That was an awesome show. I loved it. We even talked about maybe doing talking to RuPaul so we can do veteran celebrity RuPaul's Drag Race. Jason, I'm gonna put you in this shit too, man. So me and you, brother, are gonna be in it. I think it'd be fun. It was a good show. It was a good time. And again, Matt, thank you for coming on. He was if you guys didn't pay attention to the show, you can always listen to the podcast and or just go back to the show on Tuesday. 4-time Emmy nominated American Ninja Warrior. They call him the Bro Host. He's also helms the latest spin-off American Ninja Warrior Jr. on Universal Kids, and then he's heading up another spin-off American Ninja Warrior Ninja vs. Ninja on the USA Network. So he also hosts a live rescue on A&E following the life and death of everyday heroics of first responders. So he's busy, but again, fun show, awesome times. So if you didn't catch it, go look at the podcast for Tuesday, and then also, or you can just scroll down the timeline and you can see where we're at. Tomorrow's Friday the 13th. I want you guys to know that. So may the odds be forever in your favor. I don't want to throw no heebie-jeebies on anybody or something like that. I don't read tarot cards and all that stuff, but I'm just saying, hey, whatever you got, Lucky Rabbit's Foot, Black Cat, what was it? Ladder, Broken Mirror, whatever you want to call it. Saying Biggie Smalls 3 times in the mirror.
This might not be the year to go camping at a lake.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't say Biggie Smalls or Candyman in the mirror. What else? Bloody Mary or whatever. Something to that effect. D. McMurray, he is a Army veteran and spirit medium. Will be joining Cause and Pookie to talk about his abilities as a medium and how he's able to apply his gift to help veterans. I'm curious to see how this one's going to roll out too. I might be in the chats again on this one.
On a Friday the 13th. I'm a little scared tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I'll be there.
I'm not gonna freaking. Yeah, I'm about to say that's not the time you want to go hang out and do shit and stuff like that. That'd be my luck that the Rona mutates and people start like zombies or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Ooh, did I jinx us? I don't want to like.
I think you might have.
Okay. Well, at any rate, zombies on the 14th exactly. But yeah, we're gonna be parlaying. At any rate. So yeah, he's gonna be coming on to talk about his medium abilities. I mean, that might be kind of cool. It's like, and then on 16 November on Monday we have Task Force Dagger coming on here. They've been here on before, but there's a little bit more to what they got going on now. They're gonna give us an update, and either gonna be talking about their involvement in searching for POWs and bringing them home. Task Force Dagger Special Operations Foundation provides assistance to wounded, ill, or injured U.S. Special Operations Command service members and their families, and they respond to urgent needs and conduct rehabilitative adaptive events and provide next-generation health solutions for issues facing our service members, specifically also in the Special Operations community. Can't wait. I know some of these individuals that are coming on, and I'm excited. I've already spoken to some of them before. I've hung out with someone before. And it's Pat, right? It's Pat and the gang. I just want to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just want to make sure I got my messages crossed there. Yeah, so he's gonna come on and they're gonna shoot the breeze with us. I'm gonna get some videos and some pics to show us, so that way they can see what they've been doing. I've read about some of these POW repatriations in National Geographic, so I think it's pretty interesting. Then of course a normal week. Well, I shouldn't say normal week because there's no such thing as a normal week with us. You might get a new guest. Real talk, next trip back to Bright. I need to swing by the tribe. Dude, I need to. That DFAC is banging, dude. Have you seen?
I've seen the picture
of the tribe DFAC.
I'm jealous.
I'm about to say, man. I think I might have to have a exclusive reservation. I think I'll be the one time I'll ever pull out my Sergeant Major card and say, "Yes, I'm Sergeant Major. Please, gonna have special accommodations. I think I'll do this, indeed." Yeah,
like a cloth napkin.
Yeah, like a cloth. Yeah, so I like metal utensils, please, instead of the flatware. And yeah, you hook it up, man. I'll let you know, Jason. But at any rate, on the 30th November, Fred Lewis from the Discovery Channel's Gold Rush will be on here to talk about how he went from being a Special Forces medic to mining gold. Can't wait. Cannot wait. No, I'm not building a special operations. You got a lot of special operations. You damn right. No, I shouldn't say that. We love everybody. But I'm excited. All these new guests are awesome. Don't forget we have a show 4 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So Monday's the Monday edition with myself and Flash. Tuesday, CQ, Pop Culture Warrior with him and Radar, the uncultured. I like that, the unpop cultured warrior. I love it. I love that dynamic. Wednesday, of course, is our day off. Thursday, Sergeant's Time with me and Spanky, and of course, Friday Night Freedom with Kaz and Pookie, giving you all your veteran. And of course, you never know, there might be a guest host joining us on U.S. Army WTF Moments or WTF Nation Radio, just like Nick Guy from the After Action Review. He came on as a guest host, so you never know who's going to pop up on a Saturday night, and we might have some viewings. Currently working with a project right now to do a Saturday night viewing on Wednesday, which is kind of like a movie night type event. And once it's released and once you see the media, pretty impactful, hard-hitting, current event stuff that we kind of wanted to wait for a little bit until things kind of, I don't want to say died down, because, well, shit was supposed to die down already. That didn't really happen. We're supposed to be waiting for some sort of behooving or something like that, but it didn't really happen. But at any rate, I'm excited. It just seems like every guest we're getting is going to be even more better. All the questions that you guys and gals had asked me for the job placement and job reviews and stuff like that, send them to the inbox at WTFNationRadio.com, not the WTF Moments Facebook page, because the radio staff will be able to get all your questions and inquiries, so that way we can get our future guests, to line up the type of things that you need. Yeah, we might not be able to get it as fast as you need it, but we can at least find out some of the resources and send them to you, and then we'll be good to go. And also, don't forget about the drive. Again, I'm going to post the link for our collaborative effort with Honey and Team Rubicon. I'm excited. So, you got anything, Spanky, you want to talk about? Or am I just blabbing?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. If you have any music that you would like to have us play on here, like Bayou Bandits, North Till Dawn, I Exist, they've all provided, all the music you've been hearing is from them. Rail, Alios, David Bray, they've all provided all the music. Palace, Forensic, they've all provided us music. All the music that you hear is from them, and that's been donated. We appreciate the donations as well. So again, just let us know. Shoot us at contact@WTFNationRadio.com, or at least send us a link in the inbox on the WTF Nation Radio's Facebook page. So with that, I think I've blabbed enough. You got anything to say, Spanky? You got any parting words? Or?
No, not tonight. Lemon pledges all ran out.
Okay, well, you guys have a good night. Thank you for listening to Sergeant's Time, and y'all be good to each other, because one day you never know who you're gonna need when you need them. So y'all have a good night. Shots.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Intergalactic horse, and we'll ride into the sun. into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. They say that they've discovered life up there on Mars, so let's blow it all to hell and then claim it for ours. We'll paint the moon red, white, and blue for no other reason than we wanted to. Oh, Jupiter, imagine what you could become. A stupid, pointless planet turned into a giant gun. And Russia, so sorry, have to burst your bubble. Be a good sport, now sit back, relax, and watch us through the Hubble as we celebrate the greatness of the United Planets of America. Space Force, Space Force, we'll saddle up our intergalactic horse and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. Now we'll go to infinity and beyond, beyond. You'll hear all manly voices singing Space Force strong. Though critics say sound doesn't travel in space, to which we reply sound will do as we say. Oh, Captain Kirk, your achievements, though notable and fine, as far as we're concerned, this is Deep Space Mine. And big fans, but Lord Vader, step away from the lightsaber. There can only be one, of course. Space Force. Ra-da-da-da-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum, ra-da-da-da-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Space Force, Space Force, we'll saddle up our intergalactic horse and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. Space Force.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We'll be sexist. We'll offend you. But there will be magic and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.